Hey, welcome to this particular workshop that helps you to get on the college recruiting radar. You're here with me, Coach Gilman, and I am located in Hawaii, and it's a privilege to be with you today to go through some steps, if you will, to help you get on that college recruiting radar, as I know that's the reason why you are clicking on this particular video. So today's agenda about sharing with you how to get on a college recruiting radar. And before going there, I just want to get you to know the reason why I'm doing this, as well as what to expect in the next future videos that you'll look at. So here's the reason why I'm sharing this with you. I've been coaching for a lot of years, and I've been in the high school level and the college level, and I've had a number of opportunities in helping not only myself but others that wanted to play in the college ranks, and then with or without a scholarship, extended family as well as my personal family. And so I'm sharing this with you because some of you are having some challenges with how to get on that college recruiting radar. And I apologize if you're hearing some kids in the background. It is my niece, and so they're home for the summer. Just want to make sure to let you know that that's sort of the noise. But to carry on in this video, what I would like to do is share with you my knowledge about what I know about getting on the college recruiting radar. And it's a privilege for me to do that because I know that some of you are interested in knowing the details of getting on it. I'm going to share with you as much as I can to tell you how to get on the radar, and then we can go from there. If you have wanted more information from me, you can hit me up on Facebook, or you can hit me up on Twitter, or I'll send you my email link, and definitely you can reach out to me if you need more additional information about getting on the college recruiting radar. So I've broken up this particular video into 4 separate videos. The first video talks about the first step, which is educate, and I call my steps this right here. I call the step of getting on the college recruiting radar E3C. And what that just basically means is that I'm highlighting 3 words starting with E, and basically I'm taking that particular word and I'm breaking down some steps with you. So this is easy to remember if you get lost in the shuffle in knowing how to get on the college recruiting radar, because that helps, I think, a lot of people get through this step. So first of all, I'm going to talk about in this video educate and how to know exactly what you need to do in finding your way and navigating your way to this recruiting, in my opinion, maze. So let's talk about that. Educate. The next few videos we'll talk about evaluate, exposure, and communicate. All right, so towards here in this board, I've outlined 3 steps, and these 3 steps is representative of the first E, or the first letter of that, or excuse me, word, which is educate. So yeah, let me just say to you that if you're getting involved in college recruiting for your children or someone else, you got to educate yourself on the process. And there's so much free stuff out there, right? On the website, you've got a variety of recruiting agencies and services that you can pay, and they can give you access to information on, and it's most of them are free, and some of them are paid services, but all the information out there points to the fact that you got to know, first of all, the statistics of getting a college scholarship through athletics. And so that first step is really critical, and that is you got to focus on, in some way, the odds that would support your ability in getting a scholarship. So let's talk about that just for a moment. You need to recognize that there are a variety of divisions, and I'll break that down when we get here on step 2. But technically speaking, on one of the divisions that you guys know, I'm sure that you've been inquiring of it, is playing in the level they call a Division I NCAA level. And the statistics show from NCAA.com and other types of research databases out there that approximately for Division I, those that receive a scholarship, and this is generalized and taking all the averages of all sports, is normally about 2%. Okay? So that means that in my mind, as knowing what the statistics are, this basically out of 100 athletes that is on a particular team, 2% of that is what will receive a Division I scholarship. And that's what the statistics indicate. And so in my mind, you need to look at if your student athlete, or if you are a student athlete listening to this, are you a top 2%? And I'll break this down in more in detail about top 2%. But the next question that I would be asking is, okay, what about the 98%, and what are the divisions there that I could showcase my skills to those divisions? And so of course it leads you into knowing step 2, which is what are the other divisions and what are my chances? What are my chances in getting my information out and connecting with those colleges within that division? But so let's talk about that on step 2. And that step 2 means there are a number of divisions available. Obviously there are Division I, I just indicated, which is the highest division to play on, and opportunities to play either on a big stage or sort of a medium or small stage, depending on what your capabilities, skill sets, and strengths dictate. But there are divisions like Division II, Division III, and another basically division, and that's called NAIA, and then NJCAA. So there are basically these divisions besides Division I that you can look at. And so I'm just make a generalized statement, is that 98%, whoever's interested in 100 people on that team, they should be focusing on the other divisions, in my opinion, if this statistic is 2%. Unless you believe and you know that you are a 2%er, then definitely look at that division. So once you know about that statistic, and now you know what that is, look and explore the other divisions, because that'll give you an idea as to what capabilities I have, and you can start to, in my mind, figure that out. Now let's move to step 3. Okay. Step 3 means you need to know what the college coaches' lens are like. What perspective are they looking at recruits? And so it's really important to know that these college coaches are looking at it from a investment, a perspective that they need to find and identify someone that can fulfill a need. And that particular need might be different from one year to the next. And so I've spoken to a number of parents over the years, and just recently, many of them have come to me and say, my son's an all-state, and why not these coaches from last year, college coaches, offer him, he's going into his senior year, and he's the top running back in the state. Or at least the top 5, my education of them was, okay, you need to know, step 3, what colleges you want to go to prior to that, step 2, in the division. And then once you know those divisions and know the colleges within the division, because there's different conferences within the division that you need to look at, and then that's how you can kind of narrow down the college within that conference, and then ask all the questions necessary to them. or do some evaluations for yourself about where they're at with a running back position, that's what you need to do. You need to figure out how these college coaches are looking at a particular running back in your state, mind you. So there's a lot of research about that. You need to look at it with an open mind and heart, and not believe like, okay, state school is not offering my son, who's a top all-state running back, one of the top 5, and no scholarship from the state school that you're in, or the state that you're in, they're not offering. And so you have to recognize that these college coaches look at your athlete or you different from you, and you need to find that out. You need to start to question why are they not looking at yourself or your son or your daughter, if you have a daughter who's interested in playing a college sport, and then find out exactly how these college coaches are looking at recruiting that particular position. It might be that they're selecting another person from another state that in their minds check the boxes that they feel is necessary for them to find to compete on that either field or court that's better than your son or your daughter. And you need to figure that out. That way, if that school within your state doesn't offer you a scholarship, you need to move on and look at another opportunity, so you don't waste your time. So having said that, these are the 3 steps necessary in beginning the process of getting yourself on the college recruiting radar. And I think this is a done deal, right? I think once you wipe this away, you know exactly that 98% of the other divisions is where I think you should be looking at, unless you believe that you have matched the 2% criteria for Division 1. Know the college divisions in terms of what's out there, and within those divisions know exactly their conferences that you might be interested in playing in. Evaluating now the coaches within that conference and figuring out what is their need. And we'll go over that in the next video, which is called Evaluate. And so that's important for you, so you need to stick around for that as we outline the next 3 steps going into your education and training with Coach Gilman, and helping you get on the college recruiting radar. So, been a privilege to be with you today, and I know that this video is one that, if you're interested in getting on the college recruiting radar, can be really daunting and overwhelming. So if you have any detailed questions that you need to ask me, just connect with me through Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I can help you. Or email too, and I'll leave that my email there on my website, so you can connect with me. I do offer private coaching, group coaching, to help you make sense out of these steps, so that you can get quicker on getting your plan started for your recruiting. So, all right, bye for now. Stay tuned. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share this, please, because I know there are a lot of parents that need to be educated on this process. And if I can help in any way, I definitely would like to do that for you. So, all right, from Hawaii, take care. I'll see you in a moment. Check back on what we call this module 1. Check back on module 2, called Evaluate. All right, take care. Bye-bye.